Welcome to the 10th lesson of the Advent of SysML v2. This is a training series consisting of short videos and exercises brought to you by Sensmetry in collaboration with Vince Molnár. My name is Kęstutis, and today you will learn what are the commands, documentation and annotations in SysML v2 and how to use them to make your model self-explanatory and queryable. As we build SysML v2 models, adding explanations is crucial for readability. SysML v2 offers several types of commands. Let's explore them. Firstly, let's look at line 28. We see line notes which use double slashes. These work like single-line comments in any programming language. Important to know, they're not stored in the model, only in the text file. So they are useful for things that are not directly related to model, but perhaps assist with readability, or for things like marking your to-dos items. Next, let's look at line 25. Block comments are enclosed by / and star on the inner side. These are part of the model and can be extracted programmatically. Looking at line 19, you can see added locale for internationalization. In line 22, you can also see a comment with a name. You can also attach it to a different element using about keyword. So remember, use line notes for informal annotations and block comments when you need them in the SysML model itself. Documentation takes commands one step further. Unlike comment, documentation is always owned by the element it describes. It's part of the model structure itself. Looking at lines 3 through 6, we have doc keyword with locale followed by multi-line comment block. This documentation belongs to the Santa Slay part definition. Doc comments can have names, see lines 8 and 13. They can also specify locales following the ISO standard. Here we have English, Hungarian and Lithuanian versions. They can also contain markup like HTML or Markdown for richer formatting. The key thing, documentation is always owned by its element and can be extracted programmatically with tools like Syside Automator. This makes your models perfect for generating reports that are always up to date. Now let's talk about textual representations, also informally known as language annotations. They allow you to embed code written in other languages directly into your SysML models. Here we have an action called greet with a Python textual representation. The syntax is language Python followed by a command block containing the actual Python code. You can give it a name if you wish. The language can be any natural or artificial language. The SysML specification officially recognizes Caramel, ALF and OCL. Everything else is up to the tool to interpret. This is how you embed opaque behaviors. A code that the SysML model doesn't need to understand, but the tools can execute. This is particularly powerful for hybrid workflows. You can combine SysML modeling with the executable Python code, OCL expressions, or domain-specific languages. So now, let's have a look at a practical example where Syside Automator is used to extract SysML model documentation, save it in a CSV file, and do a useful verification task. Here you have a model, part definition ELF workshop, with documentation elements. They are localized to either English, Hungarian, or Lithuanian. If we open the script documentation, extract documentation, you'll see it has three main functions. First, it will collect all the documentation elements, then it will find missing locales and produce the report, and finally it will save documentation information to a CSV file. To run the script, we type Python and drag and drop the script. So now it's executed. We can see the documentation information now is exported to a CSV file. It can be edited, viewed in a table format. We have the text, we have the locales, we have associated part usages that they are owned by. And now also let's have a look at the terminal window. Here we see the report for missing locales. So for example, ELF workshop itself is missing Lithuanian, and so on for other parts of this model. So there you have it. we use Syside Automator to do something useful, and it can be done locally or automated on CI/CD pipelines. To conclude, you now learned what are the commands, documentation and annotations in the SysML v2 and how to use them in practice. Your challenge for today is to add them to your own models. Once you do that, you can use Syside Automator to extract information. A festive theme is very much encouraged. Go to the blog post to see full task details. Share your experiences and feel free to ask questions about this or any past lesson in the Advent of SysML v2 forum section. Links and information on how to access Syside Cloud are available in the video description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the bell icon to get notified about future lessons. Tomorrow, we'll continue with more SysML v2 concepts. Until then, take care and happy modeling!